Hello everybody. Let's get on with the video. Today I'm going to be talking about Spider-Man Far From Home. Okay, so let me explain why I'm what I think of it. So, first off, we remember that in Ant-Man and the Wasp, Ant-Man got stuck in the back of the van, like in the portal, in the pin particles. I think he was going for the pin particles, but he was being watched by Dr. Pym and his wife, both in the back. But they both vanished because, as we remembered, Thanos was the one that kind of controlled everything. He ended up taking all the gems and destroying half of the world, and Ant-Man was stuck inside Pym inside the vortex, I guess, or the portal to getting the pin particles. And when that happened, that's where we saw that most people were vanishing. And as we saw in Avengers, we saw that Spider-Man, I think he vanished also. Spider-Man vanished. And he vanished because most of the Avengers, most of Marvel characters, some of the, like half of Marvel, I think, the characters vanished. And so did Spider-Man. So when I heard the movie Far From Home, because originally, as we remember, the title was supposedly Spider-Man Homecoming 2, like another Homecoming or something. But for me, when I heard Spider-Man Far From Home, like just the name itself, I thought he was far from home, only because of Avengers, that they all vanished. So we wanted to see, since they were all vanished, I thought by hearing the name, I thought they've all vanished, and we were gonna see how they got back to the Avengers, or back to the place that they had to take down Thanos. That's what I thought. I thought that Spider-Man was gonna jump from wherever he was sent, try to come back. It reminds me of like Dragon Ball Z, where Goku could be sent to hell, and then he tries to find his way back to Earth. So that's how I felt for Far From Home. That's how I thought the movie was going to be. I thought it was going to be that all the characters were gonna have their own movies, except for the exception of except for some exceptions there here and there. I thought some of those movies were gonna be, when they say Far From Home, oh yeah, Spider-Man's gonna be far, but he has to come back to New York or wherever he's fighting Thanos. But according to the trailer that I watched, it's not like that. It's more of Spider-Man taking a vacation, because I think according to how we saw Spider-Man Homecoming, was that he graduated. I guess you can say he graduated. I don't remember. I think he graduated, and now he's off to college. I think that's how it is. But in this trailer, we get to see that Spider-Man decides to take a trip to, I don't know if he's taking a trip to England or to Italy or something like that, but he's taking a trip overseas. But he doesn't take his suit. His suit is stuck in his closet with Aunt May. So it's stuck in his closet with Aunt May. And what we get out of that is that he takes a trip with his boy, with his friend. I forget his name. He goes with his friend from Homecoming, the dude that was kind of like, wow, you're Spider-Man, like, to make it kind of funny. And that's how it was that they took a trip. I think Zendaya is still going to be a character there, so it's kind of cool how you see it. But I don't know who's that new character that's I think is teaming up with Spider-Man. The character that we see in the trailer, where he fights like this water water type monster or something. I think it's Mysterioso or Mysterious. I think that's his character name. And just from the trailer, we get to see that they're in Italy fighting. They're kind of fighting, and Aunt May just sends the suit to him, which is I don't now that I've talked a little bit about the movie trailer, I kind of feel like this movie is not going to be like some, just in my opinion, because as we can see that Nick Fury kind of talks to Spider-Man, because Nick Fury to me is like, to me part in the trailer is like, how do I say this? Nick Fury took over for Robert Downey Jr. or for Iron Man, because Iron Man was the main character in the first movie. Like the not the main character, but like the side character that came back and gave him his suit, gave Spider-Man his suit, gave him his gave him the upgrades, gave him like teaching him how to be the next Spider-Man. And Nick Fury is, as we see him sitting down in his chair, we see him like he's going to be the next person throughout the whole movie. He's going to be there to kind of like push Spider-Man, as we see in the trailer, push him to go forward. Which I kind of feel, just based on my own opinion or on my own thoughts, I don't think this movie's gonna deliver as, I don't think it's gonna deliver as Homecoming, which I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan at all of Spider-Man with what's his name? This dude, what's his name? Let me just check it out. Who is the new? Okay, so as we can see is that Nick Fury, to me, as he's sitting in the chair, I feel like he's like going to take over for Iron Man. So I kind of feel like, because I feel like Nick Fury is like been the main character for most of Marvel. He's been like the main character or kind of side character or something. Kind of like Iron Man, because Iron Man used to be the main character, but then he's I guess they're not bringing Iron Man back, because as we saw in Avengers is that I'm not really going to be talking about Avengers right now. Just based on what I saw in the Avengers, a little quick thought is that he's probably going away. They're probably going to get rid of the character. But that's why Nick Fury is the replacement. So I kind of feel like this movie might not be so much great. It might not be that good, in my opinion. But I don't have high expectations for this movie though. So Tom Holland is not my favorite Spider-Man at all. Neither was Andrew Garfield. I still have my own thoughts that still Tobey Maguire is like the character. I still wish he could come back, but that's not what this is not what this video is about. It's just that Mysterioso is Jake Gyllenhaal. I guess apparently he's going to be throughout the whole movie. I guess he's going to help Spider-Man. And by that, I kind of feel not because I want it, but I kind of feel like Mysterioso is going to get his own movie. Just like every other movie, like just like Black Panther. Black Panther was was like a character in the Avengers, but then he got his own movie. So that's how I feel like this is gonna go throughout the whole thing. So that's just my thought on that. That's just my thought on the trailer. So it's not, I don't think this movie is gonna be that amazing as the first one because I was because for me like this, Homecoming wasn't like a movie that I was like, wow, it's gonna be great. And I liked it the first time I watched it. But now that I watched it the second time, the third time, I kind of don't like the movie anymore. I don't like Spider-Man Homecoming. But because I didn't watch it 3 4 times before I saw Avengers, I still had Avengers was like high expectations, like Spider-Man's gonna be in it. Iron Man's going to be in it. The Hulk will be in it, but I don't know why they showed the Hulk when he wasn't even in it. So for this, I kind of have low expectations for Spider-Man Far From Home because, like I said, Far From Home seems like it was going to be him. Like I said, he was vanished into some other world or some other place, and I felt like Far From Home, he's going to have to find his way back to Earth or back to fight Thanos. But apparently that's not how this movie is at all. So I feel like definitely it's going to be different. But I just basing it off of the trailer, I don't think that I don't think it's going to be I think there's going to be multiple villains in this movie. And I'm not good with multiple villains because that's how it's always been for when I used to watch Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. Like at the end of every movie, it seemed like he was going to fight another villain already. Fight another villain and villain and villain. And that's just like weird to me. But I guess so. So let me know in the comments down below what you think of Spider-Man Far From Home. Are you going to watch it? Is it something that is amazing to you or what do you think? Because I gave you my thoughts on Spider-Man Far From Home. Like I have low expectations for it. But that's just me. So you let me know what you think of Spider-Man Far From Home. Let me know what you think is going to happen after Spider-Man Far From Home, like what's going to happen, because I don't really have that much, we don't really have a lot of information on it, just the trailer. And based upon trailers, you know Marvel likes to show you some trailers and then they like to trick you because they tell you this is what the movie's about and then it's not. So just let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Let me know if you like this, if you're going to watch Spider-Man or not. Let me know if you enjoy Tom Holland as Spider-Man, because I know most people don't really like Tom Holland. Most people didn't like Andrew Garfield, and definitely most people loved Tobey Maguire, but some people didn't. And thank you. I guess that's the end of the video. So thank you guys for watching. And I guess I'll catch you guys in another video.